All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, guys, welcome back again to the other side of the coin, and we are back live with another brilliant watch along that we're gonna have today. This is between Everton versus the defending champions and the current league leaders, Man City. And this match is straight from Goodison Park, Everton's home ground. And guys, it's gonna be a crunch game. It is going to be very interesting to see how Frank Lampard, you know Chelsea legend, ex-Chelsea manager, and now current Everton manager. How does he actually perform against Man City's Pep Guardiola's Man City? That's gonna be a crunch fair. And yes, listen, Man City are going to be back in the game with a defeat against Spurs, the last 3-2 defeat that they had at Etihad Stadium at their home ground against Spurs. After that, we expect a bounce back from Pep Guardiola's team. On the other hand, even Everton did not have a great run in the Premier League. There were lots of ups and downs. They lost against Southampton, but won against Leeds, lost against Wolves as well. So a bit more loss against Newcastle as well recently. So the recent performances have been really up down for Everton, and I'm not surprised at all, guys. But again, it'll be interesting to see how Frank Lampard faces Pep Guardiola's Man City. We all remember that when Lampard was Chelsea manager, he managed to beat Pep Guardiola's Man City a couple of times, but this time it's a different scenario altogether, guys. It's gonna be the match is going to be at Goodison Park, but then Everton's level is way different from what Chelsea was. Lots of ups and downs. Everton might be battling for relegation, guys, and that's where the thing goes completely interesting here. Everton could be definitely fighting for relegation again, and this game as well would define their stature in the Premier League table. If they manage to pull up at least 1 point from Man City, it's going to be a real boost for Everton. Whereas for Man City, guys, it's getting tasty day by day, isn't it, guys? I mean, just 3 points gap from Liverpool now. Currently, Liverpool are standing second, and Man City are ahead of Liverpool with just 3 points. So if Man City loses points today, let's assume the fact that Liverpool has got the edge to go on top of the Premier League. So this match is going to be very crunch. I don't think so. Man City are going to throw it away. That's my personal opinion, and I know the fact that a lot of you guys think the same. But it'll be interesting to see, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy. Goodison Park, the fans are going to be on the toes, but it's been a shaky start to the shaky run, let's say, in the current Premier League season. Again, a new manager also did not help to that extent. Again, still they might watch themselves as a relegation. They might have to fight against relegation if things do not go well. So it's gonna get crunchy, guys. It's 7 minutes to kick off. Let me first of all see what you guys in the live chat have to say. Then we'll quickly look at the lineup. Uh, Greater Hen, thank you so much, my man, for joining. What's up? I hope you're doing well, Greater Hen. Man United drop points. Yes, they did. संकेत कुलकर्णी ईशान भाई, thank you संकेत भाई, thank you for joining. कैसा है? मैं बहुत ठीक हूँ संकेत भाई, आप कैसे हो? Do keep watching me. It's going to be a good match today. Really excited. Daniel Leshun, let's go Ishan. Let's go Daniel. Thank you so much for joining, Daniel, my man. Mohammad Zaire, big up Ishan. Big up to you, Mohammad Zaire. Thank you so much for joining. Would you rather see win the league, Liverpool or City, or no preference? I would rather Liverpool winning it. You know what I mean? It's not because, I mean, although it does not matter at the end of the day, but then if Liverpool goes ahead and wins it, I mean, if City goes ahead and wins it, they'll win more Premier League titles than us. We were currently equal at 5. That that matters. That matters. But then, listen, let's not shy away from the fact that Liverpool are a bit. I mean, Man City are a better team currently than us, and if they win, they win. I mean, let the deserving one win it. Yeah, let the best team win it. But then I would want Liverpool to win. Let's be honest here. Harsh, thank you so much for joining, my man. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Marvo, thank you so much for joining, Marvo. Big up to you. Ishan, I have a feeling Lampard will get a result today. You know what I do as well, but it won't be easy. You know what I mean, Marvo? I mean, listen, Man City definitely lost the game against Spurs, but Spurs had to run their backsides off, man. It was difficult for Spurs as well. I mean, it took everything. Spurs had to give literally everything to defeat Man City, and it was definitely a final couple of minutes climax that they were able to defeat Man City. But then again, do we expect the kind of performance that Spurs put up against Man City? Do we expect Everton to put up against Man City for that relentless 90 minutes? Maybe not, right? So that's where the whole cursor lies, right? We'll see what happens, but then yeah, let's see. Lampard has beaten Man City before. Great hand, he has definitely. I'm not shying away from that fact, but the differentiator here is the team that he faced against Man City earlier. The level was here, that which was Chelsea Football Club. Everton, the level is here. So that's the difference, right? We can't compare and we can't expect the same result, right? So let's see what happens. Whichever way is going to be interesting to see. But I do expect a fight from this Everton team. Marvo, Lampard's home record is better than away record, so that's a huge factor. Yes, another important factor as well. Thank you to you, Marvo, for bringing up that factor. I think so. It's quite valid. It's quite valid. Great Ian says, I feel he'll get a 2-2 draw. Yeah, let's see. Let's quickly go into the lineup, guys. Let me quickly share the screen and let's see what the lineup has to say. We'll be checking what both the team has to go forward with. Yeah, I hope the lineup is being shared and visible to you. Let's check Everton's lineup, guys. Jordan Pickford and at the goal, they're going with a 4-2-3-1 formation. We're having Seamus Coleman and John Joe Kenny as the wing back, or let's say fullbacks at this point of time. There's no wing backs here. I'm getting quite much carried away with every time watching fullbacks. I mean wing backs at Chelsea. Mason Holgate and Michael Keane as the two centre halves for them. And we've got, as a double pivot, we've got Allen and Doucouré, guys. This is going to be interesting. Allen and Doucouré. Doucouré is in a good form, I believe. And then Doucouré literally gives everything in the pitch. So let's see what happens. Everybody with Ukraine's flag, is it? Wow. Yeah, it is. Zinchenko on tears, isn't it? Guys, the players are out on Anthem. Alex Iwobi, he'll be playing the right wing, or let's say the right mid forward player. And Anthony Gordon, he'll play the left mid forward or left wing forward, whichever way you want to call. Donny van de Beek is their number 10. He'll play the attacking midfield position, and Richarlison is their number 9. Man City going with a proper 4-3-3 formation with, of course, Edison as their goalkeeper. Yao Cancelo as a right back. Laporte in the left back position, guys. This is something new. Ruben Diaz and John Stones as the two centre halves. In the midfield, we have Rodri as the holding midfielder, and we have De Bruyne and Eke Gundogan as the two CMs. We have Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling as the two wingers, left wing and right wing and left wing respectively, and we've got Phil Foden as the false 9 player, guys. So still no signs of Gabriel Jesus in Man City squad, and still no signs of Jack Grealish getting some game time here. So it's going to be interesting, guys. Let's see what happens, how this match goes, and meanwhile, Vishnu, thank you so much for joining, man. This seems new. Yeah, it is new. We're looking forward to different watch-alongs as well, and then dressing games, whichever crunch games we feel, definitely come up and do watch-alongs as well. So welcome to this. Welcome to the stream, Vishnu. Big up to you as well. Uh, Vishnu further says that I feel like Chelsea should be all over and must get either Rafina or Luis Sinistera. I think so. Rafina would be a better option. Listen, guys, Rafina deserves a bigger, better club, isn't it? Rafina definitely deserves a bigger, better club than what he's been playing. He's up playing shambolic at this point of time. It really does not make sense. I mean, it's really difficult for Leeds and Leeds fans to actually look at your team gets spanked 7-0, 6-0, 4-0 at home. It's difficult, man. It's difficult. I really don't know how how Leeds fans are actually accepting that. I believe Marcelo Bielsa's job should be in jeopardy, guys. But by now it should be. It should be, isn't it? Let's see what happens. But then, yeah, definitely they're going in for a relegation battle. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see. Uh, RS7FN, thank you so much, my man, for joining. Laporte as a left back. Yes, it is Laporte as a left back. These guys know they're going to press the living daylights off, so it really doesn't matter. Laporte is going to play the left back. I expected Zinchenko, to be very honest, but I'm not sure if he's 100% fit. It's kickoff time, guys. Ball's being kicked off. Let's see what happens. All right, we've kicked off, guys. We've kicked off. It's going to be interesting. Jim Beglin and Peter Drurin as the commentators. It's going to be interesting. I really love to hear both of them. R7FN Grealish was such an unnecessary signing. I think so. You know what? Let's look at the next season and judge. I know this season he's been absolutely a fluke, but can you, just on behalf of current scenario and current situation, can we actually comment and cementify the fact that he's been a poor signing? Maybe not. Maybe not. You never know, right? I mean, even the likes of João Cancelo, you saw it's just this season or maybe the last season he's actually become one of the best in the league. Before that, he might not even be considered. It is what it is. It takes time. It takes time. But especially the bottom line is if the likes of Pep Guardiola is your manager, right? I think so. That makes a difference. You'll have to be patient for it. And Grealish might be adjusting himself. But it is what it is. We hope that it turns out to be an unnecessary signing or a flop signing, isn't it? Great end. Yes, Laporte? You mean Laporte? Yeah, Laporte has got on the ball. He can play left back. Yeah, we saw in a couple of games, right? Laporte play left back, and I think so. It should not be much of a surprise for him. He can really do that. But I think so. The ideology is uh, we'll see more attacks from Cancelo's side, from the right back side, and maybe less from Laporte's side. Laporte might need not go for bomb forward that much. That might be the ideology. No worries, Jan. Big up, man. Big up to you as well, RSM. Great ahead. Ishar, would you like Rafinha and Dembele in someone and get rid of Timo and Puli? Should you? Should we? Get rid of Warner and Puli both? Yes, I think so. We definitely would need an attacker, and that if I had to choose one, I'll choose definitely Rafinha. Maybe not Dembele, and I don't see any reason cross and over. Cross from De Bruyne is headed over. Yeah. So going back to the topic, I was saying that I don't see any reasons why should we buy Dembele. It's more like Pulisic is being sold, who is somewhat termed as an injury-prone player, and bringing back another injury-prone player does not make sense to me, man. So if I had to pick one, I'd definitely pick Rafinha and take him in a heartbeat any day. But then, yes, uh, that depends if we, actually go ahead and sell the likes of Timo Werner, then it makes sense. But then, yes, listen, guys. Another scenario is if either of Timo Werner or Pulisic leaves. When I say either of, I mean that at least let's say just one out of two leaves. I City with an attack. Okay, well defended, intercepted very well, but City still with the possession. Yeah, so I was saying that if either of Timo Werner or Pulisic leaves, maybe we won't be affected that much. We might not even need to buy anybody, buy any attacker or winger. You know what I mean? Because we're already overloaded with so many options, right? But then yes, if we have two guys going out, we definitely need one, and it should be Rafinha, man. And it has to be. He's a brilliant player, and definitely deserves a lot, a lot. Nash, thank you so much for joining, my man. Oh, Man City are all over Everton, man. My days. What is Phil Foden doing? That was a bad push, though. Nice. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, girl is here. Feels like forever since I've been on a watch along. Thank you so much, Nash, for joining. You're my man. You know what? Big up to you, my mate. You're my real bro. You just come in my watch alongs. I really appreciate that, Nash. Thank you so much, man. R7 FN. Yeah, true. Maybe we wait to see if Grealish can find form. Yeah, man. I think so. We'll have to wait for at least maybe one season, maybe minimum, right? The next season we'll have to see how slowly and steadily he comes back. But the real question is, and a controversial one, who's gonna stay longer, Grealish or Pep Guardiola? That's a big question. You know what? I mean, will Grealish get that nurturing and that ease in slowly and steadily into the playing 11? Maybe once when Sterling leaves, probably this summer or maybe the next summer, just for for the sake of debate. Then you might need Grealish slowly and steadily coming up. But would Pep Guardiola stay for that long, or maybe would Grealish actually come up and develop himself, fit in that quickly until and unless Pep stays? That's a question that needs to be answered. So let's see what happens. Mad Lad Brad 69, thank you so much for joining, my man. Opinions on Cambridge United. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I did not watch this team. I did not watch. I don't watch that. Uh, I don't watch any other leagues probably apart from Premier League, or let's say Champions League, or a bit of La Liga, a bit of French league, a bit of Bundesliga as well. But full focus is on Premier League. You know what? Because that's where we bring out the best content for you all. RS7FN, Dembele should go PSG in my opinion. Yeah, that's an option. I think so. We've heard rumors a lot, right? But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. He can go to PSG, to the Farmers League. That should be great. RS7FM, yeah, true. Hope he gets back to Aston Villa, Grealish at City before Pep leaves. That's a better option. You know what? Just imagine Aston Villa or the corner from Everton. Just before going to that topic, RS7 again, I think so, guys. Coming back to the game, Everton are trying to attack now across and headed over. I think so. You know what, guys? Man City needs to be afraid and very, very cautious of Everton's set pieces, especially corners, because you guys would remember how Frank Lampard actually, when he was the manager of Chelsea, how many goals did we score in corners and set pieces? There were many. I mean, I remember there was a point of time where Zuma scored what 5, 6 goals in this season, and maybe half of the season, and it was all headers, all set pieces. Thiago Silva was, getting goals. Rudiger was getting in goals. There was lots of headers. So Man City, in fact, any team who plays Everton has to be very, very cautious of the set pieces, and guess what? It's not just Everton's, defenders, but attackers as well, who are really threatful in the air. When it was, Frank Lampard was Chelsea's manager, attackers might not be that aggressive while coming into set piece and taking corners and heading it away, but it was just defenders, because only the defenders were tall enough to actually head the ball with good power. But in Everton, I think so they've got good attackers and midfielders as well who can head the ball with good power. So I think so. Man City and the other opponents as well need to watch out for the set pieces. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, what I was saying out of seven is that Aston Villa, just imagine, having Philippe Coutinho, Grealish together. Oh, that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. But yeah, we move. It is what it is. He's earning better, at least for argument's sake. Great ahead. Ishan, would you take Sterling instead of Dembele? Yes. Yes. Why? Because Sterling has got that Premier League proven tag. You know what I mean? That I think so is very important. But is Sterling the one that I need? Maybe not. Maybe not. You know what I mean? Because just because great ahead, you're giving me two options to select between Sterling and Dembele, I would definitely go and incline myself to a Sterling because he brings in, more. He stays more fit comparatively to Dembele. He brings that same intensity and dribbling skills on the wings. Might not be the best at finishing. So is in Dembele. Dembele might edge ahead of Sterling in terms of finishing, but then I'm not satisfied of both of them. When it comes to the actual thing that we need. But yeah, I think so. Sterling would be a better option comparatively to Dembele. But yes, it's a great debate and a good question again. Great hand. Thank you so much for that. Mr. Rich 007, thank you so much, my man, for joining. A big up to you. Hello, Ishan. Hello to you as well, Mr. Rich. Thank you so much for joining. How about World Cup, Ishan? Do you watch that? Football World Cup? Of course. Of course, yes. Of course. I support. Unfortunately, India is nowhere near FIFA Club or FIFA World Cup. I'm sorry, FIFA World Cup. You know what? And uh, definitely, I go ahead. Or Raheem Sterling. Yeah, that's a way. That's clear. Yeah. So since there's no India, I actually go ahead and support Belgium. Yeah, I support Belgium, guys. I mean, it's not that I don't. If it's not Belgium, I actually don't watch it. It's not that kind of dedication, but I like Belgium just because you know uh, because of Eden Hazard and this golden generation which is going on. I really like Belgium, but it's always I always have that neutral vision uh, when it comes to national clubs. I mean, national teams and national competition. I always have that neutral vision, and I always like to watch it with that neutral perspective. That's where you get to see the difference between club football and you know international football. But yeah, love to support Belgium, love to watch Belgium, and love to watch the other countries as well. Man, France is always exciting, like Mr. Rich says in the chat. Yeah, Nash. When a country can't play international competitions anymore. No, it's not. We can't. It's like we're not qualified enough, man. I really don't know why. We're a big ass country, India, and all our financials when it comes to sports are interested, and we people as majority are interested in cricket. You know what I mean? Gordon with the cross. Oh, well saved by Everton. Edison. I'm sorry. What I'm saying. Yeah, so what I was saying that we're heavily inclined, India as a country is heavily inclined in cricket, but football is also a huge interest, a huge interest. But yeah, when it comes to a bigger picture, it's all cricket here. So development wise as well, it's difficult for our football team to actually make it up to football FIFA World Cup. But it is what it is, guys. We move. Great, and I think so. I answered your question. India's not qualified enough to play the World Cup. Downfall of Brazil has been astonishing. Yes, Alex. Alex, by the way, thank you for joining, first of all. And yeah, but then let's put it in another way and say that the other teams have really, emerged up really well. We never heard of Denmark earlier, but look at Denmark. Any competitions they enter, they're like dark horses. Look at Croatia. They put up good fights. You know what I mean? Belgium. Earlier, when Brazil used to rule the world, we never heard of Belgium, but now they're the world number one, right? That's it. And France, I think so. It's the era of France we're living in now when it comes to international football. Because even now, look at the youngsters that they're coming from that team. It is immense. They're gonna rule, man. We had the era of Spain as well. And why we are talking international football when there's Everton Man City going on. But then it is good, man. International football sometimes is good, but now it's gonna be boring, guys. Listen, they're gonna be World Cup in alternate years, maybe, or maybe just after 2 years. It's gonna be a bore fest, man. We don't want that. We don't want that. And then just imagine the state of players playing World Cups every 2 years. The speciality is just gonna vanish. year by year. Nash, I meant mine Zimbabwe because we got banned. Oh, right. Sorry, I misunderstood that. Sorry, Nash. No, no, yeah, I got it. And who do you support, Nash? Who do you support? Let me see if you've named anybody. Did you name anybody? No, you didn't name anybody, right? All I know is Mr. Rich supports France. And Alex definitely might be supporting Brazil. RS7FN supports England. Yeah, I think so. England are good, man. I really was inclining to support England in that the World Cup in South Africa when there was that golden generation of Lampard, Gerrard, Rooney, Ryan Giggs, and all those superstars. But they always broke my heart. Now England is a different gravy. Because we have World Cup this year, definitely. And I think so. We're going to cover watch along for that as well. That's going to be very, very interesting. Nash says he supports England since he's born there. All right. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. I think so. England are going to be this time they're going to be a big, big horse in the competition. I think so. They're going to be one of the favorites to actually go out there and win it. You know, Phew. England is massive nowadays. Yeah, makes no sense to have World Cup for every 2 years because players also have Euros, Copa America, and AFCON. Yes. All in all, guys, it's been 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 16 and a half minutes of the game. Man City predominantly have been all over them, but the end result is not there yet. Or let's just say to the fact that Man City on the right hand side, that's up. Phil Foden tried to do something but failed. Let's just accept the fact that Man City did could not find a way to break Everton's defense yet, and I think so. Everton are doing a pretty good job, isn't it, guys? I mean, did you see even one clear-cut chance by Man City? Maybe not. I can't remember even one clear-cut chance. This is what we can expect and we should expect when any team plays against Man City. The whole game, majority of the game, has to be on the opponent's half. That's how Man City press and then just stay there, search for opportunities. Or Laporte, brilliant there. How can a centre back be so flary at the wing, as a left back as well? He's not megging players, man. R7FN, yeah, yes, Miss says he wants to do a lot of World Cup watch alongs as well. Yes, we're going to cover that, man. We're going to cover that. No worries. We're going to cover that. Alex, Man City need to lose points in this game. Will be mad. Yes, man. I would love to watch it, and I'm waiting for that. Across. Oh, headed out. Headed out. Cleared now. But I think so. You know what, Alex and rest of the guys on the live chat. I think so. Man City are gonna get a breakthrough. The way they're, just dominating the whole possession. I think so. It's gonna. The breakthrough is just maybe moments away. I expect that. I sense that because they're just relentless, man. Everton, on the other hand, apart from one or two chances, I don't think so. In the past, let's say 19 minutes, which have been gone by, no threats whatsoever. No threats whatsoever. Child of the King, thank you so much, my man, for joining. Thank you so much. How's the game going? Just join the stream. As usual, Man City are dominating the game. Could not find breakthrough. Everton has to work hard in defending. Everton now with the ball. Doucouré, Iwobi dispossessed. Man City on counter attack now. Yes. So, Child of the King, I was saying that it's Man City all over, dominating possession, dominating passes, with much more flair, but they did not just get the breakthrough. Maybe, there was not enough clinical chances yet. They're just hovering over the box for the past 20 minutes. Everton, maybe just couple of threats here and there, but nothing apart from that. All in all, Everton has had to work hard defensively until now. But if it expect me, I think so. Man City should be getting a goal. Nash, who do you think is getting top four? Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea. I want, you know what? Let me go out of the box and say I want West Ham to go top four, but I know it's not going to be that. So let me just say Arsenal at this point of time, because they look in a better momentum. And I'm not saying this. Believe me, I'm not saying this because Man United dropped points today. I said Arsenal before as well. And then guess what? Arsenal are very, very close to us. Guys, if we lose points even in one game and Arsenal goes ahead and wins it, Arsenal will be above us. Arsenal will be above us. So that's how close Arsenal are. We don't realize it at this point of time. We as fans don't realize it at this point of time. And I really don't know if the fans watching it are just neglecting that, or maybe they don't know how to do the math. But just open the Premier League table and just check. If we lose one game or maybe drop points in one game, Arsenal goes ahead and wins every game in the hand, they're going to be above us. And we're actually going to be fourth and fighting with Man United to stay on top for there, as well as West Ham. So that's how tables can turn so quickly. Yes, RSNFN, I think so. I agree with you. I'll go with you. Everton now on the right hand side of the flank. Sterling, that has to be a fall. What is that? Doucouré now. Kenny or dispossessed. That was a poor way. Gundogan going ahead for a counter attack. Jonjo Kenny. Good sliding tackle. Good sliding tackle. Or else that would have been Mammoth. Can't believe United drew to Watford. It is what it is, man. RSNFN. I'm not surprised at all. That's the consistency level they have. Just couple of games of win, and then everybody will be on cloud nine. But I know that they're not gonna settle until a permanent manager come and actually try to impose a playing way into them. And I don't think so that's possible until and unless you have Ronaldo, who might not envy that game style. Until and unless you have a manager who actually implements the whole team to play accordingly and keep Ronaldo as a center focus, that's gonna work. If not, they're gonna have like this up and down games. But the way Man United are getting points is the individual brilliance. You know what I mean? There are a lot of individual brilliance in that team that actually wins them matches, and that's how they've been getting points. Or else, it's just a game like a Watford where they lose or draw points. That was a poor through ball. Oh my god, what was that? Gordon. But Gordon is a good player, man. I like this Gordon. He's a good talent. Nash. It's like nobody wants it. Everyone is dropping points. Who won it? Yeah, exactly. Felix, Felix Takasi. I hope I didn't butcher that. I'm sorry, but thank you so much, my man Felix, for joining. Really appreciate that. Do you think Man City will stumble here again, or will they break through in this game? I think so. They're gonna break through, man. I think so. They're gonna break through. They're too good for Everton. They're too good for Everton. I think so. It might not be that convincing. Maybe not a 3-0, 4-0. That's what I think. If they do, they might just edge past 1-0 or 2-0, maybe tops. That's what I think. But then, yeah, I expect Man City to score, man, because they've been all over Everton. It's just a moment of, a lack of concentration, a lack of focus by Everton defense, and Man City going to go through. That's what Man City might be waiting. Child of the King, thanks for the overview. Wonder if Everton will tire in the next half. I'm not sure about tiring Child of the King, but I think so. Man City are gonna eventually get a big breakthrough. You know what I mean? Be it a result of getting tired, fatigued, or whatever it is. But yes, you have a point where Everton defenders have to they're forced to work so hard. They've been relentlessly being pressed, and they have to stay on the toes. So let's see how it goes. That's why I'm saying it's just a matter of moments where if any Evertonian defender just loses focus, Man City is going to be through. Felix says West Ham would be hilarious. That's what I want, Felix. You know what I mean? I actually do. I really want West Ham to actually go out there and get the top four. But it's difficult, man. Listen, they've lost that momentum. They've lost that consistency. Earlier in the season, whenever any team would play West Ham, it would be like, listen, they're a tough team to score. But now they not now, maybe 2 3 4 weeks, or let's say within a month or two of a window, they've been a bit leaky in defense. Now they're trying to again restructure themselves and stay a bit more focused, but again they don't have that attacking flair. Antonio's not on form, so that's where the difference is. Arsenal have no strikers except for Lacazette, though. Yeah, I mean, Lacazette has been good, but he's been losing a lot of chances. Richarlison, he's getting bodied by De Bruyne. Oh, Allen, that's Allen. He's fall down. Is that a penalty? No. How come he just let the ball do his thing, let the defenders do his thing without any actions? What is this ref doing? Oh my god. There have been 3 4 5 pushes and then the referee blows his whistle. What is that? That is foolish. And who's he carding? He's yellow carded somebody, and after maybe 4 5 6 push, might not be a penalty, but then look at that. 3 4 5 pushes and then he's blowing his whistle. Alex, safe to say we are Liverchels this year. Liverchels, man. I really don't know if I can say Liverchels, but then you know I definitely wanna win the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool. So no Liverchels for me. But then I would, if I had to pick between Man City and Liverpool, definitely I would want Liverpool to win it over Man City. But it doesn't matter, isn't it? At the end of the day, to us it doesn't matter. Whoever wins it, if until and unless we're winning it, it doesn't matter. So it is what it is, guys. So, the thing which is watchworthy is how things pan out. Will Man City lose points and actually Liverpool capitalize on it? That'll be interesting to see, and I'm waiting for that actually. Anurag Das, thank you so much, my man, for joining. Hope you're having a good time. Do you think if City lose today, Chelsea can reduce the gap to 7 points and maybe more? Uh, if City lose today, Anurag, it'll be more a matter of focus for Liverpool and not Chelsea, because Chelsea are way far behind. If you compare Man City and Liverpool to Chelsea, Chelsea are way far behind. So I don't think so. It makes a difference to Chelsea, but it means the world for Liverpool. You know what? If Man City loses points today and eventually Liverpool goes on and wins next one, they might be equal or maybe just 1 point ahead of Man City if they go on and win ahead the next game. So the title chase is going to be very interesting. I think so. Liverpool is the one who would be watching this game with open eyes. Felix, I'm worried about Chelsea playing against bad teams because we can't score. De Bruyne, oh, that was a good save by Pickford. They'll have to watch about De Bruyne as well, because the games which are difficult to score, guys like De Bruyne just comes out and bangs in a long ranger, just the way he did against us. Felix, yeah, he says that I'm worried about Chelsea playing against bad teams because we can't score. Yeah, man, it's been a concern, isn't it? We eventually play good against big teams and cup competition especially, and we just can't do the thing against, let's say a Burnley or any other, you know bottom table teams. So it's a concern, but then hope for the best. I hope. Just the fact is that with a fluidic front three, we play better. That's it, And I hope we continue with that. There's no point of playing Lukaku, but we move. Mr. Rich 007 and Chelsea will score now because there's no Lukaku. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Now that's what I meant. But you know what, Mr. Rich, I really don't know till when can we bench Lukaku. Definitely is going to be question asked to him, to management from board, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, he's a big money signing, and there will be questions asked. If I mean, in the sense that when he's gonna start, that's it. Or Everton getting the ball on a very tasty position. Kenny, what a shot was that, man! He fluked the chance. What was that? Poor finishing. Poor finishing. That was poor finishing by Kenny. Mr. Rich, if Lukaku starts tomorrow's game, we're in trouble. We will losing tomorrow's game if Lukaku starting. It's done. Carabao Cup is done. Pack your bags as well. You know. Felix, I just don't think we'll drop Lukaku consistently due to pressure to keep his value up. Exactly, that's what I meant, Felix. That's exactly what I meant, and that's the question. You know what I mean? But let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. It'll be interesting to see. But I really don't want him to start against Liverpool. Child of the King, is it possible to load up the Bet365 live map of the game? It's quite interactive. Oh, is it? Let me check it. I did not check it. Let me check. Oh, Bernardo Silva from the left. Meanwhile, that's out. Blocked. That was blocked. Let me check what Child of the King has to say. Bet365, right? No promotions whatsoever. Yeah, I've opened the website. Oh, yes, you're right. You're right, Child of the King. You are actually right. But how do I go on and oh my god, they're asking me for login, which I don't have. How do I actually zoom this thing? Because I would want this. Oh yeah, this is good, man. Thank you so much, Child for the King. But I really need to zoom it up. Gordon on the left hand side, they look tasty. Everton, Richarlison, toying ahead. Richarlison, oh, Laporte clearing it. Iwobi, Richarlison, oh, what a chance missed by this guy. Oh my days. That was poor. That was poor from Richarlison. My God. Might have been offside, yeah. Might have been offside, but it is what it is, man. Come on. What is this? Should have been better. Should have been better from Richarlison. Let me just fix this thing up if I can do it. How do I actually expand this? Because this is a very good one, and uh, I might suggest it to Miz as well. But the thing here is, I'm looking here. It is meanwhile fine. I think so. Let's consider that later on. I'll check it on at halftime. By the way, thank you, Child of the King, for recommending me that. Uh, Abdul Razak Salam, thank you so much for joining, my man. Frank Lampard isn't a good manager, let's be honest, and even if he gets a result tonight, it doesn't change that he's got a long way to learn. Exactly. I understand. I understand, and I think so. I agree with you. He's got a long way to learn. Bernardo Silva, meanwhile, from the right hand side to De Bruyne. De Bruyne with the cross and cleared. Now to Richarlison. Richarlison bodying eventually wins a free kick. Yes, Abdul Razak Salam, I agree with you. I agree with you, man. He's got a long way to learn, and I think so. His decision making, with sometimes is kind of itchy. You know what I mean? Got a long way to learn, though. Mr. H 007, I would rather take Rudiger as a striker over Lukaku. Even me. Rudiger is more of a, he's got that instinct of a striker. You know what I mean? That aggression of a striker. It's brilliant, man. Whenever he bombs forward with the ball, I get excited more than when Lukaku has, actually touches the ball. Richarlison on Man City's box now with a cross, but finds nobody. Yes, now it's. Stones tried to get the ball away, but getting dispossessed while transition. RS7FN, thank you so much, man, for another comment. John Bickford is two different people when he plays for Everton and England. Yes, agreed. But I think that this season, has there been any goal, error leading to goal from Pickford's side? Maybe not. Or Richarlison? Oh, well swept by Ruben Diaz. Abdul Razak Salam. Lukaku will have a Drogba moment versus Liverpool, hopefully tomorrow. I've quit hoping when it comes to Lukaku, man. I'm just done with him. Everton looks interesting. Iwobi from the left hand side, across, headed away. Headed away from Laporte. De Bruyne. De Bruyne now. Man City heading out. Oh, Man City. This should be it, isn't it? Poor decision making. Poor decision making from Sterling. Sterling again from the right hand side. Poor decision making. Again, poor passing from Sterling. My days. What's happening? Lukaku isn't a big game player. Nash agreed. Sai Krishna, thank you so much for joining, my man. Really appreciate it. Ishan, would you take it if we got a Joao Felix, Rafinha, and Dembele? All three? Or are you telling me to choose one out of three? If you tell me to choose one out of three, I would get Rafinha. Yeah, Rafinha for Felix. That's quite controversial. I know that. And let me know. This is an interesting question, guys. You all can answer it as well. Who do you want if you had to choose one between Felix, Rafinha, and Dembele? But I would still go ahead and choose Rafinha. You know what I mean? Uh, Definitely Felix is a talented guy, but and he's still 22 years old, man. He's so young. But still, I would envy Rafinha. You know what I mean? That's according to what I feel Chelsea needs at this point of time. Yeah, but this is a good question, man. Interesting debate to have as well. Sai Krishna. Abdul Razak Salam, Drogba wasn't the one he learned to be, if you remember the League Cup final. Yes, 100% agreed, but oh, Foden tried from the left hand side, but good block by Pickford. Yeah, but I was saying that Abdul Razak, listen, Drogba and Lukaku are two different entities, and it would be a crime if we start expecting from Lukaku what we saw from Drogba. Drogba is a legend of a player in the Premier League. Let alone Chelsea in the Premier League in world football. Lukaku, I don't think so. I can call him that. Not just by his gameplay, but also when it comes to the ethics, the personality. I really don't know. Really feel, I really feel disrespected. Drogba. In terms of Drogba, when we start comparing him to Lukaku, no ways I can do that. Sering Wangyal, I hope I pronounced that right. I think so. I pronounced that right. Thank you so much for joining. First of all, my man, everyone got scammed with Iwobi. That man's not a footballer. He does nothing. Iwobi showed some good signs in earlier in the season, but now it seems like wearing it off. Look at Everton. I mean, again, feels like they've got that pace, but got no idea how to pierce Man City's defense. You know what I mean? No idea whatsoever. There's just lack of options. Again, there might be pace. It will be Richarlison, Gordon bringing up that pace alongside Van de Beek, but then maybe lack of ideas. Rodri now with the ball. Bernardo Silva on the right hand side, trying to cut in a shot and easy for Pickford. RS7FN, yeah, true. Pickford hasn't had any that many errors, but I wonder if he'll be first choice keeper ahead of Ramsdale for England. This is a very good, very, very, very good conversation, guys. Listen, I mean, let me know what you guys have in mind as well when it comes to the pecking orders between Ramsdale and Pickford. I believe, according to the performance and stats, Ramsdale has had better saves and also clean sheets in his name, and I believe Ramsdale should be starting for England ahead of Pickford. But I don't know if that's eventually going to happen. But let's see. Let's see. An interesting question as well. Sai Krishna, all three, because it's quite possible, because we can give Atletico Lukaku plus Alonso for Felix, and if Leeds go down 25 million for Rafinha and Dembele for free, quite possible if you ask me. Yes, it is quite possible. But Sai Krishna, what I need to think you about is just think about the options that we already have on the bench. We're overloading things, and what you're talking about is letting Lukaku and Alonso go. If you bring in these three, I think so we'll need to let go three. You know what I mean? Or because when it comes to attackers and the way we're playing, which is mostly with the back three, that means just three attacking options, and one of them is a center forward. We've got less space for not the number of attackers that we have. It wouldn't make sense for me to have these many wingers and letting off Lukaku and Alonso. You know what I mean? Does not make sense. So if you telling me get in Rafinha, Dembele, and Felix, possible, yes, but we'll have to let go players as well. You need to let go Werner, Pulisic, maybe either of a Hudson-Odoi uh, or a Ziyech, probably. Then only you can think of bringing in these three players. So that's about it. But then, yeah, again, one, if I had to choose between these three, it'll be Rafinha. I'm just trying to bring in the sliders for guys. Big Rom needs support. He does. I mean, instead of Big Rom needs support, we need support from Big Rom. Let's put that perspective in, yeah? We've thrown 100 million freaking pounds for you being, a world renowned striker. We need your support. Chelsea needs your support. Chelsea needs your help. And we're struggling with that. We expected that you would come up and actually enhance the finishing. Instead, it's been the opposite. So, from my perspective, we need help from Lukaku comparatively to Lukaku needs us, needs our support. Definitely, he needs us and our support. And then the fans are always there. You know what I mean? Irrespective of what he's done. But then still, it comes down to the commitment that you're putting in the pitch. Even if you don't score, it's fine, man. But then at least show that commitment on the pitch. If you don't show that commitment on the pitch, how do you expect the fans to support you? And after all you've done, you know, with that interview case, really does not make sense. Your commitment in the pitch, it shows that you don't want to be here. As simple as that. You know what I mean? Or else, if you showed the commitment, showed the passion, if your body language was strong and positive enough, game in, game out with that level of consistency, I think so. The fans would have already forgiven everything and actually supported you. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely. I would say that we need Lukaku support more than Lukaku needs our support. You know what I mean? Oh, that was close by Gordon. Wow. Ederson was in a bit of had a tense moment in between. Thought it was going in. A good whip. That was close. Abdullahi Muhammad, would you pick Richarlison over Rafinha? No, absolutely not. Rafinha any day of the week over Richarlison. I don't think so. I'll get even one player from Everton. I don't think so. Apart from maybe Gordon. Gordon is class. Gordon is a good player. I might take Gordon. But apart from Gordon, I don't think so. I would take even one player from Everton. Maybe uh, Dominic Calvert-Lewin would have been one of them, but after his injury as well and then his inconsistency, maybe not. So again, it might just come down to Gordon, but then none from Everton. So Krishna, people called Giroud a lamppost. Now what we call Lukaku. I don't have words. I don't have words. Lamppost for Giroud. Giroud is balling there with Milan, and that's the difference, guys. That's the difference. I want you guys to understand. That is a different league. This is a different league. Doesn't matter whichever way you want to put it. There's a huge difference between Premier League. Pickford easily claims De Bruyne's cross there from a free kick. But then, yes, look, listen, Giroud is bowling there. It's halftime, guys. It's halftime whistle. It's nil-nil. Man City did not score against Everton in the first 45 minutes. It'll be interesting to see if they, go on to lose a couple of points. It'll be interesting, man. Wow. But let me read your comments, guys. Then I'll have to analyze the first half very quickly. Graham, do you think we'll see a 4-3-3 or 4-1-4-1 formation next summer? That's again another interesting question, Graham. I think so. You know what, Graham? What I believe is it totally depends on how, once now Reece James has come, how do we play when Reece James is there? Definitely, we can't consider Chilwell now because Chilwell's returning is now still, it's gonna be late until Chilwell returns. So we can't really consider him at this point of time. But what is interesting now is we'll have to see once now Reece James starts playing. How does he play in the right back position? How do we play with a 4-1-4-1? And how do we play when Reece James is back and we play with the back three and as Reece James is a right wing back player. So I think so. It'll depend on that, right? And according to that performance, we'll have to see how it goes. And I think so. It also depends on how Romelu Lukaku, actually gets those services, or maybe if he gets to improve his performance by any means once Reece James come back and we play that back three, because we definitely will be more stable there. So it'll be interesting with that perspective as well. But then yes, again, a very very contesting question. Yeah, and we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. But good question, man. September Lukaku sold us dreams. Yeah, wake me up when September ends by Green Day. That song just reminisced in my mind. RS7FN, I bet Chelsea want Tammy back ASAP. He's ripping it up in Rome. He even calls himself Tammy Totti. I don't think so. I want Tammy back. I'll be very very honest with you. RS7, I don't think so. I want Tammy back, and I don't think so. That's the option. let me rephrase it. I don't think so. I want Tammy back now. At this point of time, let him have, two more years minimum after the season. Let him have 2 more years minimum. Then we'll see. Definitely, he's gonna bowl there. He's a Premier League proven striker, and he's expected to bowl there at Syria. It's an easy league, and that's exactly what Sai Krishna as well in the comment was saying. Olivier Giroud was being called a lamppost here in Premier League at Chelsea. Now he's bowling there at AC Milan. So the league is different. You never know, and you can't comment on that. So, but yeah, big up to Tammy Abraham. He's been playing well, and let's see how he plays in the next coming couple of seasons. But then, yes, as of now, I don't think so. I would want him back. Also, why is Rom putting in weight? He used to be waist limit at Inter. Again, that's another point. I really don't know. Lack of maybe passion. How do you justify that? We're seeing he's been putting on weight, but what is the mind frame behind that? You know what I mean? How do you conclude that? I don't know, man, how to explain it. It's really difficult. Really difficult. Sai Krishna, the thing is, Ishan, I want you to think about this. If we get a Rafinha, the right side of the attack is impeccable, but the left wing Cho can't shoot to save his life, and Pulisic is inconsistent. So Felix, agreed. Yeah, listen, man, Sai Krishna, I think so. I agree with what you're thinking, and I absolutely understand that there's not that consistency level. There's not that overall quality in an individual that player that we have in our squad, right? And I think so. From that perspective, I understand you, but will we do something like that? Probably not, right? Probably not. We might see a couple of guys going out, maybe a Timo Werner and a Pulisic, maybe a Timo Werner and a Ziyech. Might this is possible. Two out of the rest might go out, but maybe not. If we bring in three guys as attackers, I don't think so. We're gonna see Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech wanting to stay. What will they do? We're already overcrowded with strikers, and you're bringing in Rafinha, Felix, and then Dembele. Definitely, we can do that, but we'll have to let them go. The others go. Who are already in the squad. So that's just my argument here. I'm definitely not saying we can't have that, and I think so we can. It might be effective, but we'll have to let go, the other guys as well, who are already here, and it looks like the whole scenario is crowded up when it comes to attacking attackers. 17 Pranav Gupta, thank you so much for joining, my man. I really appreciate it. Goriola should have started Alexander Zinchenko instead of John Stones, and Cancelo could play at right back. Cancelo is playing at right back, first of all. Laporte playing at left back, so you're saying instead of uh, John Stones, Zinchenko to play left back, and then Laporte could have shifted back to centre half. Yes, that's possible. That's possible. But I'm really not sure, and I've not followed them, that consistently. So I really don't know what's the fitness status of Zinchenko. Maybe he might not be that fit, but I think so. I understand what you're saying. I understand. Lucas Digne would be good for Chelsea before he went to Villa. I thought so as well. I thought so as well. But it is what it is, man. Let's see what we do at summer. But I think so. It is actually, and we're living in it. That we've taken a huge gamble in January not to go ahead with any signing, whatsoever. We knew the fact that Reece James would return earlier than Ben Chilwell, but not having a single signing, maybe at least in the left back position, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. At least we could have got at least one, maybe bring someone from the academy. You know what I mean? At least get a backup. We can't rely on the likes of Marcus Alonso, and we can't actually be confident of Malang Sarr starting, most of the matches, being Marcus Alonso's backup. So that's a difficult scenario, man. Abdul Razak, guys, Syria is an MLS for Europe. Let's be real. CR7 was scoring as well as Rome. Now they can't get a break. They look poor. Exactly, man. Exactly. That's what I said, right? That's what I said. There is a huge difference. I really don't know how people disregard that and try to think more tactically, but just look at it. I mean, there is a difference, man. Any player would go out there and they know the fact that Premier League is more demanding, physically, mentally. This is more demanding, man. Sandeep Pranav Gupta, Man United is so bad. So are you a Man United supporter? Oh, I'm sorry for you, but I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? No, but big up to you for joining, Pranav. Thank you so much. RS7EN, good half, Everton. Yeah, so yeah, let's talk about this half, guys. Let's talk about this half. Although a lot of you guys have joined the live chat, but yeah, I think so. It's been a decent half for Everton. I'm saying decent because they've hold Man City to not score. Man City had a couple of chances but did not capitalize in the final half. Everton had few chances but they did not capitalize in the final half. Uh, but again, Man City, possession wise, they're all over them. Man City looks more flary, and like I said, I expect goals from Man City, but I'm not sure if I can say the same from Everton. Everton got their chance. Richarlison missed one, although it might have gone out. But Richarlison should have scored one. So does, who was that? Allen, maybe. Allen missed one chance. So again, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half, guys, because Man City, if they go on and lose points here, it's going to be mammoth when it comes to the league title chase. Guys, just give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to be back. I really need to fill up my water bottle. Yes, guys, I'm back. Thank you for bearing with me. It's halftime, guys, and we're gonna quickly move ahead with your comments before the second half begins. Let's see what Sai Krishna has to say. It depends on the recruitment and people coming back. The formation, yeah, exactly. I think so. You're answering what Greater Hen had to ask. So yeah. 17 Brown Gupta, the one player Chelsea has been missing is Ben Chilwell. Yes, exactly, 100%. It'll be good to see Ben Chilwell back early, isn't it? Sai Krishna would rather go for Weghorst than Tammy after we send him to Syria. Yeah, Weghorst is a good striker, but let's see what happens. Yeah. How does he do in Burnley? Does he help Burnley get out of the relegation zone? That'll be interesting. All right. Player 456, thank you for joining, my man. If Everton get a point here, Lampard has done a decent job. Two losers, one win, one draw. Yeah. If somehow Lampard keeps Everton up, he's done what? 100%. 100%. Uh, Ahmed Fayaz, thank you for joining, my man. Man, talk about the Everton versus Man City game. Lambs has Goodison got Goodison backfired. I think so. You mean yes, Ahmed Fayaz. I think so. I've talked about it, and I definitely believe that they've done a good job defensively. But also, let's put another perspective in the thought that Man City, they haven't been clinical enough. I think so. Everton did well in when it comes to the defensive duties, but then we're gonna have to see what happens in the second half. There are gonna be lots of chances. Pep might be coming up with some more tactics, trying to pick the loopholes in Lampard's tactics. But let's see what happens. Definitely Lampard has done a bit well when it comes to facing you know Pep Guardiola's team, but let's see today. He's done good in the first half defensively. A nil-nil for Everton against Man City is a very, very good result, guys. Is a very, very good result. Mavo, Lampard ball cooking 100%. Lampard ball, Lamb's ball, Frank ball, whatever it is. Mavo goes ahead and says Lukaku Felix swap deal. Felix is an absolute baller. He is. Felix is a baller, man, and he's also very young. So that adds on, he all he can do is improve and develop from now on. So let's see what happens. Sashi, no, Ishan, Stone's actually playing right back. I don't think so, man. Is he? Stone's playing right back? No, it was just a couple of transitions where Stones went into the right side. Or else I saw Cancelo from the right side, man. Did I see it wrong, guys? Let me know. Cancelo left back. Shashi is saying Cancelo left back, but I saw Laporte on the left side. There was a lot of. I think so. It was Laporte. Yeah, Cancelo can be on the left side. I saw Laporte on the left side many times. I did not see Cancelo on the left side. I saw John Stones. You're right. I saw John Stones a couple of times on the right side, but that was on transition. On the counter attack. Second half is resumed, guys, and let's see how this 45-minute goes. But yeah, let me know, guys. What did you see? Because I'm pretty sure I saw Laporte as a left back. But we move. Ahmed Fayaz, Joe needs to be loaned. Sell Werner. Joe needed to be loaned. Yeah, I agree. Everton again on the move. Doucouré dispossessed. Sashi says, Cho needs to be sold before Pulisic. Do you agree, Ishan? Oh, Everton are going ahead aggressively, guys. A couple of chances, but they lost possession at crucial stages. Cho needs to be sold before Pulisic. Do you agree, Ishan? I don't know. That's controversial, man. I really don't know how to answer that. All I can say is both of them are inconsistent, man, and I'm not fully satisfied with both of them. But yeah, both of them has had the opportunities fair and square, right? And both of them are not looking good. If that's your perspective, I understand. But for me, I think so. You know, if they continue with this level of consistency, they're not going to get the game time that they are expecting to get right. And in that case, maybe both might leave. You know what I mean, Shashi? Ahmed Fayaz, take Gordon from Everton. That's exactly what I told just few moments ago, man. That's exactly what I told. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Good interception. Look good interception by Kenny. Johnjo Kenny. He's been brilliant today. 17 Pranam Gupta. Don't really think Felix would be sold. Simeone bought him for more than £100 million. Yes, even I don't think so. Felix would be sold. I think so. He's gonna stay there, but he's not signed a contract as of now, and his contract is expiring the next summer. So let's see what happens. Richarlison would be good at Chelsea. I don't know. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe I could have agreed if you would have said Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and that too maybe just one season back. Now he's succumbed to injuries. But Richarlison, I'm not satisfied, man. Ahmed. You know what I mean? I'm really not. Ishan hashtag live with Chelsea. I don't know. No, I'm just Chelsea. Hashtag CFC. Oh, they're through. Richarlison, what? Amaze this guy. What is he doing? Isn't that offside though? That's offside. But what is this guy doing? Is he playing theatrics? Oh man, that was offside. Fair enough, but what kind? You where is that? Where is that Richarlison comment? Ahmed Fias, now tell me. Now tell me. He won these kind of theatrics. Nah, man. You're a striker. You're expected 1v1. You're expected to bang in, man. What was that? Fine, that was offside. I know I'm not mocking him, but then the thing is, he should have done better. You're a freaking striker, man. What was that? All the theatrics, and then let's not run away from the fact that Ederson is maybe the best goalkeeper in Premier League currently when it comes to 1v1 situation. But still, gotta do better. Gotta do better. Ishan Levichel's no, just Chelsea. But yes, I envy Liverpool winning ahead of City. But I'm not saying that I start supporting Liverpool from Liverpool's next games. Absolutely not. I don't give a damn about what goes ahead between Man City and Liverpool. But yes, if you'd ask me if I had to pick one, yes, I'd pick Liverpool. Abdul Razak Cho is the SS guy. Poor finishing. Pulisic is the guy who finishes better, but rarely SS. In my opinion, they both have flaws. Edison grabbed that. That was a good chance, though. Flaws, but I think Cho can improve his finishing because he dribbles, looking unlike Pulisic. Yes, that's well summarized. Sterling's cross headed away. Oh yes, guys, you're right. John Stones now have transitioned into a right back. You guys are right. I think so. This has happened after 25th minute, because as far as I remember, Dukure running on with the transition, but he's slow. Richarlison now. Iwobi. The Man City defenders are piling up. No chance. No chance for Iwobi. Now another transition. Gonowan. Phil Foden on the left hand side. Oh wow. Brilliantly done by Phil Foden. Good one. Across. Now that was a poor control by Bernardo Silva. Balls out. There were rumors that Richarlison may go to PSG. He should go there and ruin that club. Sai Krishna, I don't think there will be many clubs going to for Richarlison because he hasn't been that consistent and is very erratic if you see him play. I agree on that, man. I don't think so. I get that confidence when you say Richarlison, should be coming to Chelsea. Absolutely not, man. not getting that confidence. Well, who do you think would be the England's left back during the World Cup? Shaw or Chilwell? It has to be Shaw, man. Chilwell's not going to be fit. Pranam Gupta, Chilwell won't be fit uh, until World Cup. Even if he gets fit, he might not be 100%. Bernardo Silva from the left. A pass, but that's off. Sai Krishna, yes, he's playing right back. It's been since some games. Pep has been asked about him in the press conferences. Yeah, is it? Yeah. But initially, I definitely saw Cancelo at the right hand side and maybe John Stoneman hovering around the right centre back position. But now, definitely, I'm seeing that, and I can actually accept it that John Stones is playing as a right back and Cancelo as a left back. Gundogan passing it to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva with a cross and headed away by Holgate. Phil Foden. That was away by Van de Beek. Should be a foul. Yes, it is. Foul to Richarlison. Joey Flynn, thank you so much for joining, my man. Do you think City will win the league? Yes, but I think so. But yeah, still City are still the favorites. But it would be a great end to the Premier League in terms of the excitement level if actually Liverpool comes back and goes ahead of Man City. You know what I mean? Why doesn't Emerson have the number one jersey RS7 FN? I think so. It's those some kind of maybe a brand that he wants to make with this number. Richarlison now from the right hand side, a good through ball, but he's oh man, Richarlison, what a waste! What a waste gameplay he's been showing. So many chances missed, passing, dispossessed. Nah, not a good game for Richarlison. Abdul Razak, we don't want more misses at Chelsea like Richarlison. We've had enough. Exactly, man. He's been missing. He's been missing a lot. R7FN. Yeah, Stones right back, Cancelo left back, and Laporte centre back. I hear you. I hear you. All right. Southgate only picks from players from big teams. That's why I think Maguire would obviously be picked ahead of Ben White. Yeah, Maguire will definitely be picked, man. No two ways about it. There's that Man United biasness there. But then it is what it is. We move. Bernardo Silva. Oh, good pass. Oh, good save by Pickford. Good shot by Foden as well, but good save. Sterling now. Cancelo. Saved by Pickford. And I think so will be collected very well. Good pass by Bernardo Silva. What a way to pick up Phil Foden, but a good save at the end of the day. Man, it's raining out here. Deek Ezek. Wow. What a rhyming name and surname we've got, my man. Apparently, Bernardo Silva is going Madrid. Is he? Wow. I haven't heard the rumors, to be very honest, but if that's true, I'm not surprised. Bernardo Silva is a bowler, man. Bernardo Silva now. Fouled. Yeah, what kind of behavior is that? He deserves this yellow card. Portugal has so many great players like CR7, Bernardo, Bruno, Diaz, Cancelo, Neves, etc., but still have to play World Cup qualifiers. I think so. They got knocked out of Which competition was it lately that they got knocked out? I don't remember when I saw that game, but I don't remember. I don't remember that competition. A corner for Man City, guys, on the right hand side. De Bruyne is gonna take it. Oh no, he didn't. Foden. De Bruyne with a dummy. Headed away. Bernardo Silva passes to Cancelo with a cross, and that's out for a goal kick. All right. Abdul Razak. I'd go for Bernardo Silva as well, to be honest, if he wants to leave. Yeah, but I don't think so. Man City would sell Bernardo Silva to Chelsea. You know what I mean? Abdul Razak. That's a very good option, to, though, to be very, very honest. Sai Krishna, guys, let's get this straight. Yeah, Ben White isn't that good, better than Maguire, but Tamori is way levels above Ben White. Listen, Ben White has had a decent season. Yes, better than Maguire. Just because these two guys are playing in the Premier League at this point of time, I think so. They fall ahead in the pecking orders when it comes to England national team, and Tamori lacks their behind. And I 100% agree to the fact that Tamori's performance this season has been consistently better than the other guys, the other two guys in the pecking order. But then the unfortunate event is he's playing in AC Milan in a different league, and definitely falls behind in the pecking orders. You know, I know that's not the case because across headed away, headed away. I know that's not the case because Trippier was playing at Atletico Madrid, but he got his chance. But Trippier is an experienced player. Tamori isn't. Maybe he needs to wait a little bit more. You know what I mean? Well, that's a bad. That was a good tackle or a bad foul. How would I want to put it? Oh my god, that was a bro kick. Seamus, John Stones, Seamus, bro kick at the back. That was poor. That was poor, man. What a kick, bro kick, bro kick like Seamus. Maybe knocked out of Nations League. Yeah, I think so. That's the case, right? RS7FM. If I can't remember it very clearly, but what I remember is I saw the match. Portugal did not win it, and they have to play World Cup qualifiers now, which is a very difficult task. Relegation. Ishan, I don't know. Felix and Chelsea, big name players, never do good at Chelsea. That's a quite subjective argument, but Felix is a good talent. But I know De Bruyne's cross, Phil Foden intercepted. It's 60 minutes on the clock, guys. 1 hour done. It's still nil-nil. Still nil-nil. Wow. Wow. Goodison Park is on fire today. The fans are really making some good noise. Yes, I was saying that Felix is a talent, man. Is a bowler, but then again, even I might not envy him at Chelsea, but he's a good talent. He's a good talent, and I agree with the PTSD you have. It's the same PTSD I have, but still, he's a good talent. What is happening here? Players are down. Man City is still going on. The mean Man City, isn't it? Their own teammates are out, but still no signs of putting it off. What the hell? Foden is down, but the teammates are still continuing the gameplay. Even Dukure was out, isn't it? Oh no. Yeah, he got Foden in the face. What a slap that was. Slap like Stephanie McMahon. You know what I mean? 17 Pranav Gupta. Pranav Gupta, let me know why you have a 17 in your name. ये 17 क्यों है यार आपके नाम के पहले? 17 प्रणव गुप्ता. ये बताओ मेरे को. All right, nevertheless, Chelsea will be dead because of the three centre backs are leaving this summer. I think Rudiger would go to Bayern as they really need a good centre back. And there were rumours across. Good catch by Pickford. And there were rumours that Aspilicueta is going to Barca. Yes, Aspilicueta to Barca. I think so. It's almost done, man. Pranav, if I had to be really honest, because there are huge rumors. You know what I mean? I think so. It's done back doors. Just a matter of time. Aspilicueta might be leaving. Similarly goes with Christensen. I'm not sure if anything has been very well attached with some other club, but I think so. He might not end up staying. That's something which is very much sure at this point of time. Even Max Gilman and Connor Cody should start over. My God. You know what? I 100% agree to this. Connor Cody, especially, has been amazing. Amazing this year. And look at Wolves' defensive track record. I mean, yeah, past couple of weeks it has been a bit shaky, but Wolves have been amazing, especially Connor Cody, man. He's a good leader as well. He's a captain of Wolves. And he can be a good leader at that England squad. But I don't know why Maguire gets the preference just because he's got that Man United brand behind him, isn't it? Daniel Leshun, Roman has released a club statement. He's still our boss. Is it? Wow, that's a very very good news. Daniel, can you please share the link? I would read it right away and read it to you guys as well. Can you please do that? Yes, that's exactly what Sai Krishna is asking as well. So if you could provide me the link of the article, that would be helpful. Foreign with a cross. Kenny. Oh, that's a good stop. That's a good stop by Pickford. That was smashed by Stones. That would have gone in. But a good stop by Pickford. Good power by Stones, but it was straight to Pickford. Although if it would have gone left or right, it would have been you know problematic for Pickford. Dispossessed. I think so. Everton are doing a pretty good job when it comes to interception, guys. Look at the way they're pressing man to man. That's really impressive. The way Lampard has inbuilt that. All right, Vernon Lau, Manu were good defensively without Maguire. Oh, so Vernon, thank you so much for joining. First of all, and I think so you're a Man United fan, and he says we're good with defensively without Maguire. Wow, exactly. Look at that. That's coming from a Man United fan, apparently, and I think so. It's true. I agree. Absolutely agree. That man, I really don't know when they'll realize that quick. When it's coming from a rival club fans, and everybody knows that he's shit. Everybody should start expecting that. RS7F and if Rudiger Christensen Aspie all leave, the new three at the back should be Conde, Silva, and Charaba. Uh, where's the backup? What happens if Silva or a Kunde or a Chalaba gets injured? Who are you gonna play? Malangsar? I'm not sure. What if two of the guys gets injured? Who are you gonna play? Who are you gonna play at the back? Ross Barkley? Cody is very good but quite slow. I agree, but does not matter much. He's a centre back, right? Irrelevant, I think so. It's good. It's important to be very intelligent as a centre back, and Thiago Silva has proven that. Even Thiago Silva is slow, but he's a brilliant centre back. Still, a world class player. That proves, you speed might not be the biggest factor when it comes to CBs. And Conor Cody really puts in those efforts at the back line. If you see Wolves game, you definitely understand that. All right, Sai Krishna has put up that link. I think so. I'm gonna check this link as well and read it out for you guys. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, that was a good save. Oh, Pickford, brilliant save, double save. First by De Bruyne, second by Bernardo Silva. Wow, Pickford is on a roll. Brilliant save. And this is the shot I was telling you guys was going to come from De Bruyne. When there's not much chances, De Bruyne is going to get a shot, once, at least once in 90 minutes, at least. And that's when you're going to be on your toes. Bernardo Silva with another rebounded shot and Pickford saving it both. Brilliant by Jordan Pickford. Brilliant reaction. Double save by Pickford. This is brilliant. Wow. Goodison Park is on a roll, guys. All right, guys, we have this statement from club owner. I think so. Miz is definitely going to cover this in his video, but still, let me have a revision of it. Yeah, Miz is definitely going to cover this. Let me not ruin that. But let me just have a self read at it. The following statement has been published. Club statement from club owner Roman the boss Abramovich. The following statement has been published. During my nearly 20-year ownership of Chelsea FC, I've always viewed my role as a custodian of the club. Whose job? Why am I reading it? Let me just do that. So choosing the as well as building the future will also bring the positive role in the communities. I've always taken decisions with the club's best interest in hand. I remain committed to these values. That's why I'm today giving trustees of Chelsea the stewardship and care of Chelsea FC. I believe that currently they are in the best position to look after the interests of players, stars, and fans. All right. Oh, that was close, guys. That was close by the Phil Foden as well. All right. So the last line is the most important line. That is why I'm today giving trustees of the Chelsea's charitable foundation the stewardship and care of Chelsea FC. Right. So that's the decision taken by Roman Abramovich, the boss. He's definitely not selling the club, but the stewardship of the club. Stewardship means definitely the job of supervision and taking care of the club. Is being uh, given to the Chelsea's charitable foundation. So that's a good news, guys, for us. And definitely, he's been a brilliant owner for us. Sorry for the background noise, guys. There's a mad dog living there. Street dog always lights up at midnight. It's almost midnight here. It's in fact past midnight here in India. But yeah, talking about the game back again, guys. Brilliant double save by Jaden Pickford. That was absolutely brilliant. All right, Van de Beek is down. Van de Beek is down, guys. Van de Beek is on the verge of some injury scenario here. Does not look good for Van de Beek, guys. Yeah, there you go, guys. Sai Krishna summing it up very well. Roman Abramovich has temporarily stepped aside from being Chelsea's chief, handing over the control to Chelsea's foundation board. Yes, so definitely he might not end up selling the club, but definitely the takeover has gone to Chelsea's foundation board. Vernon Law, I'm not a Man U fan. I was supposed to type a word instead of. I'm a proud Chelsea fan. I'm sorry for that. Apologies, Vernon. Thank you so much for joining, and uh, you know, sorry for the misunderstanding. And now I understand you. Thank you so much for the clarification again. RS7FN. Yeah, there's only Sara backup, so Chelsea can't let them all go. Yes, 100%. Silva is way faster than Cody Ishan. Wolves play a three at the back, so Kilman and CS cover him and play as well. We play three at the back as well, Sai. We play three at the back. I really don't know if you can actually measure the speed with eye test. All I can say is, all I need to say is centre backs don't need speed as their USP. You know what I mean? Another brilliant interception by Everton defenders. Man, they've been brilliant today. They just need to hold up around 20 minutes of the clock and they would be good. I oh Gundogan with a cross headed away. Gundogan is moving mad, guys. Gundogan looks so threatful. He's all over the pitch. All right, Pranav Gupta. I love Trent Alexander, but his defense got exposed against Inter Milan. Don't really understand why Klopp plays him at full back. Do you think he should be called best right back? The only thing which refrains me from calling him the best right back is his defensive abilities. And any right back, if you compare Reece James, if you compare Cancelo, if you compare, for me now currently, Cancelo is definitely the best right back for me in the league. Definitely, hands down, no two ways whatsoever. But then Trent, I would definitely would have called him the best right back if he would have been better defensively. He's not, and that's why I really can't call him that, because if you being a right back, your prime work is defense and maybe then the attacking duties. All right, Richarlison, Gordon. That's why Gordon is a good player. Another chance fluked by Everton, guys. Another chance fluked by Everton. Deek as Zeke. How much money does Chelsea Foundation have? I have no goddamn ideas. I really don't know. Pak Noor, thank you so much for joining, my man. Hello, bro. Greetings, Man City from Indonesia. So you're from Indonesia and a Man City fan, if I've understood. Thank you so much for joining, Pak Noor. Really appreciate that. And yes, it's a difficult situation, isn't it? It's nil-nil for Man City. 15 to 20-minute tops on the clocks remaining, and it's still nil-nil. Man City trying to find out ways, but Everton being very good defensively. Let's see what happens. Marco Polo, Abramovich has given control to the Chelsea Charitable Foundation. Yes, it's Sterling dispossessed. Cancelo moving mad on the left hand side. A cross for Cancelo. That's out. John Stones back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne toggling in now to Stones. Oh, Bernardo Silva. I'm sorry. Silva back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne now to Rodri. Rodri toggling around, back to Diaz, now to De Bruyne. Intercepted. Now Everton trying to go for a counter. Nah, a bad pass by Everton. Did Lampard play for City? He did. He did, RS7. And the only goal he scored against City was against us. Or dispossessed just outside the box. Wow, they just come at you relentlessly, isn't it, Man City? Decore from the right hand side, out for a throw. Out for a throw. Will this affect Chelsea signings in summer? I think so. We really need to have a talk on this. I think so. We really need to have a show on this, man. I'll request. Definitely, Miz is gonna have a live on this, and it's a matter to talk about. That what happens now? Can Roman inject money on the club? That's the biggest question. And if you'd ask me, I don't think so. We can Roman can inject money into the club. Uh, that's the only thing here. That's the only differentiating factor here. But let's see what happens, guys. We'll have to talk about it with more details. You know what I mean? This is a very vulnerable conversation that we're going to have. Very interesting as well. But let's see what happens, man. We'll definitely have a live for this. One on law, I think so. Tuchel should risk playing James for tomorrow's game. Would it be fair? I don't know, man. That's an interesting concept as well. But I don't think so. Thomas Tuchel would do that. He might. It depends on. Definitely depends on Reece James's uh, fitness condition. If he's 100% match fit, definitely. If not, he might have to go through. Maybe few matches playing, coming as a rotational player. Prav Gupta, do you think Haaland would go for City? They can afford him with all the oil money. Yes, definitely, for sure. Haaland might be one of the top targets for City next summer. You might not hear those rumors with that much strength comparatively to what you're hearing about Real Madrid and Haaland and Mbappe links, but City move in silence, and whenever that happens, you're going to know it. Bernardo Silva from the left hand side, toggling around Rodri for a shot blocked, and it's away. Now, still Cancelo headed away to Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz now through ball, dispossessed, well intercepted by Kenny. Free kick to Everton. All right, Deek is Zeke with a very, very useful information, ladies and gentlemen. He says foundation trustees are Bruce Buck, John Devine, Emma Hayes, Pera Power, Paul Ramos, Sir Hugh Robertson. There you go. So these are the people who are going to take care of Chelsea Football Club while Roman Abramovich steps aside as the, sole responsible person or sole responsible owner. So these trustees are going to take care of the club, be responsible for the actions, and that's how we're going to run for as of now. But definitely we should have a longer debate, a longer discussion on this. Mostly yes, because Roman keep putting money in for Chelsea's irrespective of signings or made or not for his I'm really not sure which question you've answered, Sai Krishna, but we move. Kobina, thank you so much for joining. Good to see you. Fulham have offered to replace Chelsea next season. What? What is that? Where's that coming from? What is this, Kobina? I'm really not getting this. What is this? Fulham have offered to replace Chelsea next season, but why? Please elaborate this. Not getting this. Out of nowhere. RS7FN, but City are getting Julian Alvarez, so not sure if they need Haaland now. All right, but City are getting Julian Alvarez. I'm not sure if they need Haaland. Yeah, they have Julian Alvarez, but the situation is Gabriel Jesus might leave, and still they might end up having just one striker. They might keep Julian Alvarez, who's a very very young player as RS7. Try to understand this. He's a very very young player. Might not straight away barge into the playing 11 and a good cross, but again a good defend by Kenny there. Mares on the right hand side. I'll continue with the discussion, but Mares looking tasty on the right hand side to John Stones. De Bruyne, 10 minutes remaining on the clock, guys. Bernardo Silva. Oh my God. It's Foden. It's 1-0 to Foden. What a fluke. What did I say to you guys? What did I say to you guys? My God. Just one moment, just one fluke, and they're gone. Just one moment, one fluke by the Everton defenders, and then they're gone. That's it. That's it, guys. It's a win. It's a win for Man City. Wow. What a fluke. Keen. You just lost 3 points for your team. My goodness me. Unlucky. And not maybe unlucky, but I was waiting. I was waiting for the moment where the defenders would make a mistake and then they would just fluke it. It is what it is. It's 1-0 guys to Man City, and they're still there up top in the Premier League. It's still up top. Means a lot though for Man City. For Man City and the fans means a lot. I thought this was going for a draw, but I also knew the fact that I told you guys that it would be an instance where these guys would fluke it. Partner, bro, which country are you a YouTuber from? Let me just clarify to you. This channel is the other side of the coin, and Miz, the owner of the channel, is from Australia. I am Ishan. I'm from India, and I just come here for just the guest watch alongs. It is Miz. You're gonna please catch him for the other videos on the channel. He's the real deal around it. You know what I mean? So don't get confused by that. But yeah, thank you so much for for joining this watch along and connecting with us, Pak Noor. R7, why I didn't knew Jesus was leaving, and yeah, maybe Julian is a straight for the future. You're right. Yes, 100%. 100%. There you go. Unlucky Everton set by Nash. Goal. Feel bad for Everton. Yeah, even I do. I mean, all they had to do is defend and defend with Queen focus, and they're through. Ah, Richarlison wasted it. Isn't that a handball? Everybody's shouting for a handball. Everybody's shouting for a handball. Nobody's. Why is nobody checking for it? Oh, that's a handball situation here, guys. That's a handball. That's a handball. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's a penalty, guys. That has to be a handball. Has to be a handball. Will Richarlison do a Kane or Delhi will try to prove himself? I think so. It's going to go for a. No, this should be a penalty, guys. This has to be a handball. Tejas Patel, thank you so much for joining. Thanks for everything, Tom. Who's Tom, Tejas? Who's Tom? Park Noor, wish you good health, bro. Thank you so much, Park, and wish you the same, my man. And everybody in the live chat as well. Stay safe, stay very, very healthy. Cost of Banerjee, thank you so much for joining, my man. Did you see Roman news? Yes, I did, and we had it live on this watch along, and yes, we're definitely gonna have a video from Miz. Deek Azik says it's pen. When Deek Azik says it's pen, it is a freaking pen. Yeah. Then assume it's a handball. No penalty? No. Oh my days. No penalty, right? That should have been penalty, guys. That was bad. That was so bad. This is a poor decision. That has to be penalty. How come that's not a penalty? Even the commentators are saying it's a penalty. I mean, the rule is if it hits below your shirt's level, yeah. I mean, from where the skin is exposed, it has to be a penalty. It has to be a penalty. But oh my god, that is shambolic from VAR. That is stupid. City paying the refs again. Yeah. This is a flop show, Ivar. That's a flop show, man. Yanni, there's no way that's not a win. Exactly, man. The rule is simple. If it hits below your, this shirt end or sleeve from where your skin is exposed, it has to be a penalty. But what a fluke, man. VAR's getting oil money. One on law. That's the problem with English referee. Or English referee are the worst in the world. Worst. City match fixing as usual. That is some stupid refereeing. That was absolutely shambolic. That is straight. Everybody's saying it's a pen. Even Peter Drury and Jem Beglin are surprised it's not a pen. That honestly takes the fun out of Liverpool versus City. Exactly, man. This is, you know what? I've just lost the interest now. If a game happens like that, this is shambolic, man. This is shambolic. They had a check, but still, oh my days. What a ref. Look at him. He's got no idea what he's doing. Throwing out yellow cards. Everybody's saying it's a penalty, man. Oh, come on. Even City fans are saying it's a penalty. Yeah, Dika Zeke. 100% clear pen. Man, this takes the joy out of the game. This takes the joy out of the game. What is that? Poor Everton, man. Poor Lampard. It always has to be him. Ah, someone give the ref a ref card. Yes, man. That it's not good, man. It's not good. Just a 90 minute of a game, and if yeah, man, English refs are dead food, man. Football is dead for this refs and EPL. Poor refs once again. Yeah, the refs has to be blamed. No two ways about it. That was shocker. That was a shocker. Lampard to relegate Everton. Are you waiting for that, Ray Allen? Are you really waiting for that? I mean, that doesn't even matter. But then, yeah, I mean, this is injustice. This is injustice of them. Poor Everton and poor Lampard should have been a penalty. And what worst of a way to concede a goal. The way that they conceded. Oh my god, that was bad. That was so poor. 5 minutes of stoppage time added, guys. Prabhu Gupta, I won't understand United's management. That's why they didn't play Donny, whereas Fred McTominay keeps getting regular chances. Really hoping if Pogba doesn't sign this summer, then Donny stays. All right, you're saying from a Man United perspective. Understood. Understood. Mr. Rich 007, anything to help Pep win. Ah, man, I'm mad, man. What the hell was that? They even checked it for the VAR, yeah? And the man did not even, wish to go into the screens. No penalty right from the TV umpire decision. That was mad. English refs really need to step up, man. I think so. Why not bring up foreign referees into Premier League? This can't go. What's the use of having a VAR, a fat rule book which never gets followed by the refs? Kobina, if Everton go down, I want DCL. Okay, great. Hey, Real and as a Spurs fan, how easy. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Dali Ali, Damari Gray, Holgate, across, fluked. Mohamed Zaire, prove that corruption runs in these refs' bloods. Don't be surprised at all if you get robbed in the Carabao Cup final. We'll see, man, what happens. I really don't know. And I won't be surprised at all, Mohamed Zaire. I know that I've been there. I know what happens. Nash, who's the ref in the Carabao Cup? Really don't know, man. Really don't know. And you guys know it, man. You guys know it. Whenever you see the likes of Champions League, and most of you guys, I know, do watch the likes of La Liga, League One. You see those refs, the way they actually, run things around. They're pretty much good, man. They're pretty much good, and they don't make these mistakes. They don't make these mistakes. Look at that. Man City would again go out with a 1-0 win. John Stones, I think so. He's waiting his time. So, all right, now they definitely do that. They're 1-0 ahead. English refs are a joke. Yes, why don't Premier League takes refs from the other countries? You know what I mean? Isn't that allowed? I don't know. I really don't understand that. Joe Flynn, of course, they scored when I came back. Lol. Yeah, they did. That was the worst way to score. That was the worst way to score. I don't know how many deflections that they had, three, four, five deflections, and Foden just picking it and slotting it to the back of the net. Have you seen Roman Abramovich, who's just leaving Chelsea after 20 years? He's putting things aside and then giving it to the other stakeholders, the stewardship. Uh, But yeah, let's see what happens, man. It's better, instead of selling it, it's better to step aside for a moment and and then run things around. He's not selling this club, guys. Neither he's leaving. He's not leaving. He's just stepping aside as the sole proprietor of the club, and maybe now he's giving the responsibilities to the trustees for the stewardship and care of CFC. So he's definitely not selling it. Chelsea Football Club is still owned by Bayern Munich, guys. Bayern Munich, I'm saying. What am I saying? Roman Abramovich. I was reading Pranav's next comment. Bayern Man City buying best players of the league. Yes. How's that not a bet? Marvo, I don't know. I think so. You've answered yourself, Marvo. You've definitely answered yourself. Now Edison wasting time. What a fluke, man. These guys are defending champions and crying their way out in a match against Everton. My goodness me. This is where they've come landed themselves. Yes, Lexus. Roman just handed Chelsea over. Marvel, embarrassment, City robbed the win. Yes, 100%. They didn't deserve to win, let's say. Or let's put it in this way, that Everton did not deserve to lose. You know what I mean? Joining Chelsea, Roman Abramovich not interested to sell CFC. He loved the club. He just gave the power temporary. Exactly. Yes, that's what you meant. Sai Krishna, for those who don't understand, Roman Abramovich has temporarily stepped aside from being Chelsea's chief, handing over the control to Chelsea Foundation Board. That's exactly what is meant by the statement, guys. So I think so. This is the second time Sai Krishna is putting up pasting them. Well spoken. Thank you. If it was for me, Lexus, thank you so much. And I'm not sure whom you're inferring to here. Kobina, I'm comfortable being the underdogs tomorrow. We will perform? Yes, even I'm comfortable being an underdog in football. That's that's the fun, isn't it? Anybody can beat anyone, and definitely we're going out there to win it. It's scary how much pressure people put on him because he's a Russian. Yes, but he's been a great owner. I think so. Definitely, he's been probably the best owner in the Premier League. The things he's done for the club, in and out, the social activities as well, brilliant. He's not stepped a foot wrong as an owner. He's not stepped a single foot wrong as an owner at Chelsea. 97 minutes gone, guys, plus 5 added time, but let's see when the referee blows the whistle. And I really don't care because this referee has been a joke. He's ruined the whole game. Definitely, it should have been a penalty, but then, right. Gupta, PSG is doing everything to. Oh, that's it, guys. Final whistle. Man City wins it. Man City wins it, guys. Just edges pass over. They're six clear of the top again, and we move. We keep moving. We keep moving. This should have been a draw, guys. This should have been a draw. But that's how champions are made, isn't it? Just to win when you're not supposed to win. When you're supposed to draw, you're winning. When you're supposed to lose, you pull out a point. That's how champions are made, isn't it? And that's what City did. Your luck has to be on your way. Luck has to be on your way. Money has to be on your way. And this point of time, it's time at this point of time, both the scenarios. Now, Ashley Cole is having a point with the manager, the referee. Listen, the whole world is saying it's a penalty. The referee is an absolute champ. These guys are shame, man. These guys are shame. I'll give him a red card. It doesn't matter. You absolute fool, goof of a guy. He's giving out yellow cards to Ashley Cole. What would it matter? What would it matter? Ashley Cole could have just gone there and carried on the argument. Even if he would got a red card, doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean? How does it matter? Man's handing out yellow cards to Ashley Cole, man, an assistant manager for Everton. Lexus, typical England favor Manchester clubs. It is what it is, man. I'm really that wasn't and that wasn't justice today. That should have been penalty. Nash, glad we beat them on the 29th of May 2021. Definitely. Definitely. Great Hain, Rome loves Chelsea. He'll never leave Chelsea. 100%, man. Conte has found his rhythm again. Kobina, agreed. Agreed. Kent, DD, City, wow. Oh, there's nothing wow about City today. I think so. This was a draw deserving game, but then it is what it is. They're on top of the table and stole 3 points today. So fair play, fair play. But no fair play to the referee. That was bad. Sai Krishna, Ishan, we would actually get sold, I feel, preventing the club being part of sanctions, club being prepared for an eventual sale. Hashtag thank you, Roman. This is a quote from Chelsea account. Wow. I don't know, man. I really would. I really will be shocked. I really will be heartbroken. It would be a very heartbreaking moment if Roman sells Chelsea. You know what? He's been probably one of the best managers in world football, since he's joined Chelsea, and he's taken us to the top of the world many times, in his tenure. So I'm really disappointed, guys. I really didn't wanted that. And eventually, since childhood, I'm seeing this club flourish under Roman, and I always wondered, you know what? I always wondered that, listen, Roman Abramovich being Russian and he's being banned from living in England and all those stuffs. I really sometimes thoughts used to come in my mind that, whether or not Roman Abramovich would always stay at Chelsea. I don't think so, because it's always already difficult for him. Not seeing his club, not being close to his club. Physically, being barred from staying in England. How long can this run? And after this current scenario of everything happening around the world, the sanctions and everything, and now definitely the saturation point. Uh, I would really be sad, man. It would be a sad, sad, heartbreaking moment, but it is what it is. And yeah, man, let's see what happens. Hope for the best. Fingers crossed, man. Uh, whatever I'm always a big believer of whatever happens for good, happens for a reason. Uh, but yeah, we'll see what happens, man. What happen? We'll see. As of now, nothing is much uncertain, guys. I mean, club has released a statement which says uh, Roman Abramovich has stepped aside as Chelsea's chief and has given the powers of the whole club to and the stewardship and the responsibilities of Chelsea FC to the Chelsea's charitable foundation, uh, which includes few personalities, maybe five, six of them. I think so. Zeke in the live chat came up with the explanation of those personalities. But yeah, I think so. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely, Miz is gonna come up with a video very shortly. So do stay tuned. City buying games now. Bad game. Yeah, I mean, whatever excitement was that? That was ripped off by the referees at the end. VAR fraud, man. Ake has two Prem titles already. Exactly, isn't it? That is astonishing. That is mad. That is mad. And all thanks to Pep Guardiola. You know what I mean? Everton robbed. Yes, 100% corruption. Definitely, man. I really couldn't believe that. Nobody believed that. I mean, for the whole world, that should have been penalty. I really don't know. Tony Chelsea, better Man City even, because for myself, I don't like Liverpool to go to the top. It doesn't matter, isn't it? Until and unless we don't stay at the top, it doesn't matter. Whoever wins it, wins it. Lexus, this season has been atrocious with these referees' decisions far controversial, letting clubs play matches when they ask not to play one of the poorest. Exactly, man. It's just switched off everything, that decision. I really don't know how they take decisions like that. This is shambolic. All right, Sai Krishna with coming up with another information. Provided Abramovich isn't sanctioned, he can still invest money into Chelsea. Abramovich's money is likely to tempt a potential takeover bids, but Chelsea's stand is that they are not for sale, Matt. Thankfully, 100%. It should be a good news. This should be a good news. Transfers, contracts, and future of Thomas Tuchel will be decided by Marina Granovskaya and Perechek, guys. Wow. Yeah. But I think so. Still, they're gonna be overcall, and definitely Roman is gonna have at least some kind of a final call right before anything happens. Do you think Everton would have been more better if Rooney had accepted the manager's job? I don't think so. I don't think so. Rooney is ready for an Everton job. He needs to work a bit more. Yeah, Nash says the same. Apparently, transfers, Thomas Tuchel, future and contracts will be decided by Marina and Pep. It is what it is. Manla just tweeted. I think so. Thanks to Sai Krishna, he copied the tweet here, and you can check it out. And yeah, everybody, the guys also will be, are saying the club will not be sold. Yes, the club will not be sold, 100%. Abhishek Das, it might also mean that the UK can't sanction Chelsea from the charitable trust. Therefore, the club is protected and probably not for sale. Yes, that might be one of the potential strategies. Lexus, they wanted this all along to force Roman out. Remember all those stories of the media about him selling for more than 2 years. They are using this war as their guys to get their property. I don't know, man, what's happening, but I hope we don't get sold. You know what I mean? Uh, Sai Krishna coming up with another statement. Chelsea position an official statement made by Abramovich. The club is understood to be not for sale as things stands. Also, Roman Abramovich is still the owner. Hashtag CFC. Full tweet by Fabrizio. There you go, guys. That clears the thing. All right, guys. I think so. This should be it for the day. I think so. We've been apart from the game, we've been overcrowded by poor VAR decisions, poor referee decisions, and the club statement coming from Chelsea Football Club and Roman Abramovich. So we've been clouded by that, but it is what it is, guys. We're on the end of today's game and today's watch along as well. It is Everton nil, Man City 1, and uh, definitely Man City getting the 6 point advantage, 6 point lead rather into the Premier League table as it stands from Premier League. And guys, definitely we're gonna have another few watch alongs coming up. Do wait for Mrs. video on this Chelsea's club statement and other news related to it and surrounding the whole Roman Abramovich scenario and Chelsea's club statement and everything around that. So do check and do wait and hope for Miss video coming out really quickly. He should be doing that very quickly. So, guys, that's it for the day. And thank you, each and every one of you guys on the live chat for joining me. It really means a lot to me. And thank you so much for joining me into this watch along. We'll catch you live soon for another watch along. And do stay tuned for the videos that Miss will be putting up very soon regarding the whole situation. Until then, guys, take care, be safe, stay happy, and we'll catch you live back very soon. So, thank you so much for joining. Bye bye.